To all our loyal viewers, greetings, and welcome return to Coin Lady channel. Xrpl pro lawyer disputes Saylor's assertion that all cryptocurrencies aside from Bitcoin are stocks. Consequently, on February 26, Saylor tweeted that Gensler's remark proves that consensus is growing that all cryptocurrencies besides Bitcoin are securities and should be controlled by the SEC. He continued by saying that this innovation makes Bitcoin the only cryptocurrency that can function as a worldwide currency. Despite what you may have heard, Bitcoin will never replace the dollar. No Bitcoin-only utopia will ever arise, either. It's only a matter of time before retail buyers flood into the cryptocurrency market, only to be wrecked inside of Bitcoin. It's not true, according to Deaton's legal representation. Attorney Deaton took issue with Saylor's remark and tweeted his disagreement with the Bitcoin maxi. Deaton, an attorney for Maxis and Gensler, has stated that there is no agreement in the crypto business that anything other than Bitcoin is a security. Furthermore, Xrpl is not an asset, which we are well aware of. Gary is now simply operating illegally. In an interview, Gene Hoffman, president of Chia Networks, predicted that Ripple would lose its case before the SEC. And here's yet another example. One would expect him to support Ripple and pray that X is never investigated by the SEC. Here, he even alludes to a potential escape hatch. Even though he tries to prove otherwise, Gary will always classify XX as a safeguard. He more to hope that Ripple triumphs. Forbes is throwing its weight behind Ripple to help them uncover the truth as the veil slowly lifts, showing that Xrpl is not a security. There is an unprecedented amount of enthusiasm for Ripple. And if Forbes ever gets its hands on any papers he may have, they will be released to the public without delay. I eagerly anticipate that happening. According to a screenshot from Ripple's Corner for 2022 report, provided by Xrpl and Odell Connection, Bill Morgan, and Xrpl enthusiast, the cryptocurrency was only sold by Ripple in conjunction with ODT. He continued by saying that this has been going on since 2019, explaining why the SEC hasn't issued an injunction against the current Xrpl transaction. He went on to say that neither the Odell customer who acquires the Xrpl to transfer it nor the recipient, who converts it into some fiat currency, are engaged in the same business. This means that if the present Xrpl sales are only for Odell transactions and not as an investment, then there is no reasonable expectation of profit, and Xrpl does not qualify as a security. We could go on and on about the merits of including Xrpl in a security, but Gary just won't let it go. If he can, he'd like to hold off on Ripple until the perfect moment. Even now, I think that best describes what's happening. SEC freedom vs. Ripple. The SEC needs to explain the Hinman statement, according to oversight. And here we can see that the public has a right to know when and what information the SEC had about him in terms of his public comments. I'd also like them to investigate Gary's conversations with George Soros and Sam Bankman-Fried outside of public view. The SEC is deeply plagued by dishonesty. Ripple's global policy advisor Susan Friedman. It's unlikely that Ripple will hold out indefinitely. Will they continue to operate in a climate that is adverse to crypto if they do win the lawsuit? According to Deaton, by 2025 at the earliest the United States will have rules in place. At this rate, I anticipate rules being put in place much sooner than 2025. If the climate were less crypto hostile, why would Ripple continue to operate there? That's why the United States is gradually expelling crypto from the nation, and it will keep doing so if things keep going the way they are. SWIFT. There has been no hiccup in the execution of the ISO 222 payment systems upgrade for banks, and as of right now, 7 cryptocurrencies are compliant with ISO 222. Quant technology like Ripple's Stellar IOTA X, DC Network, Algorand, and Cardano. As time progresses and the new financial system is implemented, it is likely that a few more will be introduced. And those are the 7 that stand out right now. This training will help you to become an expert user of the Xrpl ledger. Put your understanding of connections to the test, and I think the new features of the Xrpl ledger are really cool. It keeps evolving and developing. Creators, developers, creators, validators, and visionaries from all over the world fuel the Xrpl ledger. Therefore, the Xrpl ledger is consistently updated with improvements that further the goals of decentralization, security, sustainability, and scale. The XRP ledger is updated with new features through an amendment process that initially uses the network's central consensus process to approve any changes by demonstrating continuous support before those changes take effect. The most recent change they are working on is hooks, which needs 80% approval for 2 weeks before it's implemented. If implemented, hooks would allow smart contracts to be created and managed on the XRP network. Hooks are snippets of code that can be inserted before or after a transaction to perform additional processing. To stay in compliance with laws, a bank, for instance, may implement a mechanism that restricts payment acceptance to a predetermined set of addresses. That appears to be very sound, so I expect it to be put into practice. The California plaintiffs fought back against the move to allow 7 non-parties to submit an amicus curiae brief in the Ripple case. That's the other California case that's causing a cascading effect. The California plaintiffs have responded to Johnny Deaton's motion to allow 7 non-parties to submit an amicus curiae brief in support of the defendant's opposition to the lead plaintiff's motion for class certification in the ongoing Ripple case. The claimants responded by arguing that Eaton's proposal brief was improper both procedurally and substantively. Family members and employees of Eaton were listed as potential amici, but they offer nothing new or useful and instead simply restate the defense's points. Plaintiffs say that Eaton's claims that they speak for a punitive class of 75,890 XRP holders are false, and that amnesty is not on their side. Instead, they're close associates of amicus attorney Johnny Deaton, an outspoken supporter of XRP and a social media celebrity in his own right. This is why they're requesting that the amicus papers be dismissed. But keep in mind that there are currently 75,890 other XRP holders who can easily submit an amicus brief arguing against the plaintiff's request. Again, I assume this is from 2018, and if I recall correctly, the guy who filed the lawsuit only stood to lose around $50. Perhaps some of you are already aware of this. Please share your thoughts in the section below. Interesting. Originates in the European Parliament. And if you look at it, Ripple wasn't made for people to use it to pay for products and services privately. Many individuals have the misconception that we aren't allowed to keep XRP in our possession. This isn't meant for the general public, rather, it's aimed at financial institutions. Banks and other financial organizations are the intended users because it can be used to settle currency exchange transactions and make international money transfers. Businesses behind Ripple hope it will display SWIFT as the go-to for private money transfer communications around the world. Blockchain technology is not utilized by Ripple. Transactions are verified using a novel distributed consensus method implemented across a system of servers. Okay, so I think XRP was initially accessible to anyone. The banks eventually took a look at it and decided that private investors should not hold it, but by then it was too late. Since we already had XRP, they couldn't do much to stop us. In this region, opinions vary as to whether our XRP will be seized or whether a buyback will be offered. That doesn't seem likely to occur. What I anticipate will happen is that XRP will go up in price, more people will sell it, and eventually you won't be able to purchase it back. At least, that's where I think it's headed. Ripple's on-demand liquidity, which uses XRP to bridge currencies and move money frictionlessly in seconds, is a game-changer for the foreign exchange FX markets, and the company has partnered with more than 100 banks around the globe to make this possible. Don't sit around and hope for a price increase. Since we can't predict the future, I'm advising you to make the purchase while you still can. Look at all the banks that have partnered with Ripple, and all the on-demand liquidity corridors that are now operational around the globe. That is what will cause the price of XRP to skyrocket. While XRP bears aim for these prices, Ripple announces a new HODL partner and a score. Now they fix XRP maximum price at ludicrous amounts, usually in the pennies. The XRP price will rise dramatically in the future, but today Ripple partner Triangle revealed that it had signed Xrpl, one of Australia's fastest growing fintech firms, as a new partner. As part of its international money transfers, Xrpl will utilize the XRP-based demand liquidity payment system. I felt compelled to emphasize this because they plan to employ HODL as well. In a press release issued as part of Triangle's worldwide promotion of Ripple's model, the company stated, "Because of this collaboration, Xrpl will be able to use Xrpl to its full potential, increasing its working capital and facilitating more efficient and less expensive transactions along important corridors such as the ones connecting Indonesia, the Philippines, Vietnam, and Thailand. In addition, Bangladesh and India. It may not be a Xrpl partner explicitly, but the announcement states that it is always through a partner of Xrpl, suggesting the gradual formation of a vast network. The former head of Xrpl has admitted to trading with Xrp. He was, I suppose, using a tool to engage in some form of market manipulation. So, Matt Hamilton, a former Xrpl head of developer relations, addressed claims that he profited from Xrp speculation and admitted to operating a market maker on the Xrp blockchain. According to Hamilton, this is not a secret. The developer has publicly declared as much before adding it to his resume upon joining Xrpl. Since 2017, the market maker has been active on the autonomous Xrp ledger exchange. The programmer claims that he followed a market-neutral approach by placing inactive buy and sell orders, but that his ultimate goal was to make a profit. A year ago, the program was still active, but it is unknown if the former Xrpl employee is still making use of it. There are plenty of individuals today who weren't even upset by it. They said, "Hey, I just want to be able to use this bot as well to earn money for myself." Some have speculated that the constant selling of Xrp is due to his involvement in the market. But I seriously doubt it extends that far. Yet again, I thought I'd tell you guys about it. But, as I said, we're just in the waiting period right now. When ISO goes live on the 20th of this month, a lot will happen. On the other hand, I don't anticipate any sudden price changes. I anticipate that the worth of Xrp will gradually increase over time. But that's something we have to wait and see. Honestly, who can say? If this judge eventually puts an end to this case, maybe we'll start seeing those celebratory green candles. But until then, try to maintain your optimism and patience. In the meantime, have a good one, and we'll catch up with you in the next one. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.